Hello, everybody. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend and happy Monday. Today, we're going to be talking about all about pumpkins. I want to remind you guys that Friday, you guys have homework that is due, and you can find your homework in Seesaw under the Activities tab. Please turn it in. I don't want to see no blank or I need help. You guys could always reach me to my email. Also, I have attached a book called It's Pumpkin Time, and it's a read out loud book. Please make sure you check it out because Friday we're going to also take a test and it's going to be about the book. And I have attached a field trip to a farm, and you will also get quizzed on that video and the book called It's Pumpkin Time. So make sure you check those out on your own time, because on Friday you will be quizzed. Let's get started. So here we have parts of a pumpkin. Look at this big orange pumpkin. You could find this, it usually comes in green or like a brownish color, and it's called the stem of a pumpkin. Then the hard orange layer is called the skin. Then these lines that we have here are called the ribs of a pumpkin. Then we have the parts of a pumpkin, but we have the inside of the pumpkin. So like on the previous picture, we find the stem right here, and then we have the skin right here. Then we have the fibrous strands. These strands are found in the inside of the pumpkin, like you could see here in the picture, and they're very slimy. If you have ever carved a pumpkin, you know what that feels. Up next, we have the pulp or the flesh. It just depends on what you want to call it. And this is the part that you cannot eat. Like if you were to cut a pumpkin right now, you cannot eat it. You need to cook it. A lot of people use it for baking, like the famous pumpkin pie. My favorite, pumpkin lattes. We use this right here to make these things. And then also we have the seeds. And the seeds are white and they're very little. They're like your thumb size. The size of your nail, not your thumb, because that's a pretty big one. And then again, we find the ribs. Up next, you could see the pumpkin, and the end of the pumpkin has a little thing called the blossom. And let's remember that blossom it just means flower. And this is where the big yellow flower dies and then it turns into a green pumpkin. This one has matured into an orange one already and it's ready to be cut out. This is the book that I was telling you. It's Pumpkin Time. Make sure you guys do it. Make sure you guys watch it on your own time. And then we're going to be talking about the life cycle. Life cycle means that it starts and then it goes all the way to adulthood, and then either the pumpkin gets eaten or the fruit gets eaten, and then again the seeds start and then the cycle continues. Then the seed starts, like teenage years, something happens, the fruit comes out, and then the big mature fruit ends, and then the cycle continues. Like I said, here we have the seeds. Next, we have the sprout, and the sprout is a little tiny sprout coming out, and it usually has 2 leaves. Then those 2 leaves become vines, and then the vines become blossoms, and like we said, it's a flower. Blossom means flower. Then we have the green pumpkin. Up next, we have the big orange pumpkin. Now, like I have said before, the pumpkin seeds are white and they're about the size of your fingernail. When farmers plant them, they create these straight rows and they give them enough space in between so when the sprout and the vines start coming out, and then the green pumpkins, and then when they're the big mature orange pumpkins, there's still enough place for them to come out, and so the pumpkins don't get squished or anything like that. So what farmers usually do, they put a lot of soil and then they water them, and then they let the sun do its job, and its job is to make sure they get enough sunlight. So the sun does the majority of the job. Up next, the sprout comes out, and remember it has the two little leaves, and the sprout will eventually turn into a big plant like you see right here. Up next, we have the vines, and the vines are pretty big and they spread out fast. In the vines, you could see these beautiful leaves, and right here you could even appreciate this beautiful yellow flower. The yellow flowers usually die and then they turn into a green pumpkin. And then as you can see, the green pumpkin is still not cut out, because if you cut it when they're like this green and this small, they won't grow anymore, and farmers usually like them big and orange. So what the vine is doing here, as you can see right here, do you see how it's attached? So the green pumpkin, it's getting all the nutrients the vines are giving it. So the farmers continue to water it, and then the sun still is giving them the sunlight, which provides a lot of vitamins for them. So it helps them grow a lot. Up next, we have the big orange pumpkins. And remember, orange pumpkins are a fruit from the fall. So you could see them in pumpkin patches, your local grocery stores, but only in the fall. We have all kinds of different shapes and sizes of pumpkins. We have the tall and skinny pumpkin, then we have the round and short pumpkin, and then we have the pumpkins with little bumps. Up next, we have various different of colors, which we have the blues. Yes, we have blue pumpkins. And then there are some light orange ones, and then we have the red orange pumpkins. There's the yellow pumpkins, and then I hope you guys could appreciate this, but it's it's a big green one, and then they have stripes going down like that. And then they have a lighter green one, and then there's white pumpkins. And here you could see how these are very cool. They have in the middle the lines, and then they have like the bumps, and look at the stripe pattern. It is so beautiful. Up next, we have things that you can make with pumpkins, which is pumpkin pie, muffins, pumpkin latte, seeds, and pumpkin bread. A favorite activity of my daughter and mine is creating jack-o'-lanterns. And jack-o'-lanterns, you have to carve them, take out the insides. We usually clean them out and take out all the fibrous strands, and then we spread them out and we put them outside so the sun could harden them up a little bit. Then when they're ready to be roasted, we put them in a pan, we put a little bit of salt, and then we roast them. So my project for this year is to create this jack-o'-lantern. Wish me luck. I am very excited. And then this is the pumpkin field trip, so make sure you go check it out. And this is the end for this slide. Let me guide you guys into the homework. So this is your homework, and you can find it in Seesaw. Don't forget to check out Seesaw and turn it in Seesaw. So the very first one is pumpkins are orange. And then right here, you have to put something that they have. So I would put pumpkins have seeds. All right, the next one is foods made from pumpkins. So right here, you're going to draw some foods, and please make sure you label them up here because I have no idea sometimes. So please make sure you label them. And right here, I need you guys to write the parts of the pumpkin. And right here, I need to know what goes first. Seeds, water, or soil. So first, next, and then I need a complete sentence. Remember, cool blue capital, spaces, and punctuation. And then here's the life cycle of a pumpkin. Here are the parts. You write them down and turn it in. Now up next, if I had the biggest pumpkin, what would you do if you had the biggest pumpkin? So you could draw a picture here. And then right here, I need you guys to write me at least 3 sentences. Okay? So please let me know if you guys have any questions. Make sure you check out the It's Pumpkin Time book, and also make sure you take the field trip into the pumpkin patch. And remember, Friday homework is due, and on Friday we will be having a quiz. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.